Hey, Brett here. Science stretching for Tai Chi and Bagua. We're now up to the pelvic floor. We're going to open the door to the pelvic floor. We're going to start on the ground, on your shins, and point your toes. On your shins, point your toes. Now, this might be hard for you to go very far back, so you might use a pillow. That's fine. But over time, what we want to do is work our way down, 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 down. And this is how we're going to start. So we're going to go ahead and start right here. Now, this is great. If it's available to you, you might separate your feet. So now I've pulled my feet apart and I'm allowing my bottom to go lower. I'll go a little bit further. Here we go. There we go. So now this is a really good stretch. It's really got a nice. I'm closing the joint on my knee, which means I'm flexing it. So this is hyperflexion now as my bottom touches the ground. I've also got a nice stretch on the front of my thighs. Now I'm going to slowly work my way back. This is completely unnecessary, but it's an option. So now I'm getting my hip flexors a little more involved as I work my way lower and lower. Now, I've been doing this pose for 3 years fairly consistently. Um, it took me a couple years to get to where I'm at today. So don't compare yourself to me. Don't compare yourself to anybody but yourself. And right now, I'm not even sure I'm going to get much lower than this. So the front of my legs are really getting a nice stretch. My knees are coming off the ground. That's fine. The biggest difference right now is my ankles, which are in plantar flexion. Plantar is pointing, flexion are now sort of hyper. So really got to stretch to the front. If you can drop your head back, that's cool. Now I'm gonna let my knees fall off and off. My knees are a little higher. This is a big stretch on my shins right now. No, no, not my head, buddy. Not my head. Mm-mm. No, don't start. I can't have you bouncing on my head for the next 2 minutes. Okay. To come out of this, I first need to get myself up. Come out of it nice and slow. Next thing, I'm going to just lift up a little bit to let the blood flow get into my kneecaps. And then I'm going to sort of just scoot my legs back and point them back a little bit. Okay, now the next pose is a big twist. We're going to twist at our spine. We're going to hold it for a little while. I'll show you a couple of options and we're going to go into it. It's asymmetrical, so we have the right side and the left side. The disadvantage is it takes twice as long. The advantage, though, is that if one side is particularly tighter than the other, do it a minute longer. So get on your back, feet on the ground, knees up, 45 degrees-ish. Uh, I find this comfortable to have my head on the ground. Maybe use a little pillow, your option. So option one, take your right foot and hook it behind, right there, just into the crook of your knee there. Left hand, take your left hand and place it on the outside of your right knee, and then slowly turn to the left. I'm going to just let my right hand lay to my right side as I twist, 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 twist. Now, if this is tough to hold, use a pillow, use a bench or something like that. Over time, you twist to the ground. Now, that's a great option. That's all you need. Another option, though, is to put the ankle on the other side of the knee. Same thing. Left hand outside of the right knee, twist, 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 all the way down to the ground. And then finally, maybe you can get your leg a little further down over time. That's fine. But this is really about the twist, and where your legs are is less important. All right, so let's go ahead and get into that. And let's go ahead and start. Pick your form and go ahead and get into a nice twist. Now, I'm going to place my left hand is on my right knee, but I'm not pulling. I'm barely putting any weight on it because it'll relax. So just let it do it on its own. If you want to give a little bit of pull, that's fine. And if you got a kitty sort of bumping into you, you'll probably loosen up a little more quickly. This is a really good opportunity to take a really big breath and expand your diaphragm. Stimulate your vagus nerve that innervates your diaphragm down there. By sitting all day, you typically don't breathe into your belly, which keeps you probably in your sympathetic mode, keeps you in beta in your brain, so you're not going to be able to have the terribly creative thoughts. You're going to be more driven and towards higher energy, like angry type emotions. A little bit of belly breathing, a little bit of coherent breathing. It'll calm you down, balance your sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous systems in here. We breathe longer on the exhale than the inhale. Josh, you're pumping a little bit too hard. Just lay down, buddy. Just lay down. There you go. Yeah, that's good. Now, earlier, we did flamenco C, where the top leg was straight out, bottom leg was a little more perpendicular, and it stretched a little bit lower. This stretches a little higher, up the lower back, maybe. I'm feeling it up through here on my lower back, mid lower back on my right side. So this is getting a really big stretch on my right side. And I'm going to drop my knee a little bit more, get a little bigger stretch, a little bit lower. All right, now to come out of this, careful. Take your right foot and get it untangled if it is, and then slide it slowly on top of your left leg until it's on the ground, and then slowly twist back. If you come out of this quickly, you're going to pull a muscle. I've done it. It hurts. Once you're back into a neutral position, you'll be fine. But also just pause here for a second. Feel your left side and your right side. All right side feels just a little, I don't know, higher than the left side. Okay, so same thing, other side. Take your left foot and either hook it behind your right knee or over your right knee or slide it down even further. Place your right hand on the outside of your left knee and pull your left knee gently to, oops, I did not mean to do that. All right, gently to the right and over and over and over. And here we go. You'll notice there's a lot of twisting throughout, and that's because that's the Bagua theme. Bagua is, at least how as I practice it, is a circle walking practice with palm changes. We're not doing any palm changes here, but walking in a circle with your spine twisted as we do is really healthy for your spine. And all the other twisting is sort of getting you warmed up for this big twist right here. And over time, your spine will love you for this. Remember to breathe, to relax. For a pose like this, you can fall asleep. Once you learn how to sort of get into it and just relax in it, you'll find that you might fall asleep. So keep a timer. As you are working on the pose, you might pull your knee up a little bit if you want to go just a little bit deeper. Micro adjustments throughout the pose, I find them pretty useful. Okay, we're about to come out of this pose. So again, as you come out of the pose, untwist your legs, get your left foot on top of your right leg and slide it back until you can set it on the ground. And then get your feet back on the ground. And then turn your knees side to side, just like windshield wipers. Just really slowly. We're integrating the twisting that we just did. Very slowly back and forth a few times. All right. Next up, we're going to work on our hips.